Femi had always been a hard-working man. A few months after his beloved daughter Ava's birthday, fortune smiled on him. He bought a grand home in one of Lagos's most prestigious neighborhoods, and for his wife, Bisola, he opened a stunning boutique, the kind of place that made people stop and stare. Life was perfect. But in Lagos, the winds of change blow without warning. Just weeks later, disaster struck. Femi's company downsized, and his services were no longer needed. He wasn't alone. Several colleagues were also shown the door, but for Femi, it was the beginning of a storm. The family's savings dried up quickly. To survive, they sold their prized possessions. The luxury car, the boutique stock, even some furniture. Every naira went into keeping food on the table and paying Ava's school fees. But Bisola, she couldn't stand the change. She missed the good life. The fine clothes, the attention at church, the respect from friends. Instead of supporting her husband, she began to resent him. Every night, when Femi came home from his new job as a bolt driver, the house became a battlefield. Words sharper than knives, and a silence heavier than stone. One ordinary afternoon, Femi picked up a group of young ladies heading to a hotel. But at the hotel's entrance, a familiar face appeared. Simeon, his old school friend. Simeon was dressed in expensive clothes, dripping with success. The two men embraced, exchanged numbers, and promised to catch up. A few days later, they met. Over drinks, Simeon spoke freely about his wealth. And then, he revealed his secret, kidnapping. At first, Femi's heart froze. But the seed had been planted. For 2 days, Femi couldn't think straight. His wife noticed his distraction and pressed him until he told her. But instead of shock or fear, Bisola smiled. "He's a man like you," she said. "If Simeon can do it, so can you. And besides, I have a better idea. Open a church. Everyone already sees you as a devoted Christian. When the money comes, they'll believe it's from offerings and tithes." Femi agreed. His first target was close to home. His daughter Ava's classmate from her wealthy school. The plan was simple. Kidnap, collect ransom, release. When the news broke, Ava cried herself to sleep every night, unaware her own father was behind it. On Sundays, Femi called for prayers for the missing girl, and when she was released, the congregation hailed him as a man of God whose prayers had worked miracles. The business grew. So did the church. Femi and Bisola bought an apartment nearby where they celebrated after each ransom, drinking, smoking, living in secret luxury. On the outside, they were the perfect family. Inside, they were predators. But as every shadow meets the light, their day came. One afternoon, Ava's best friend visited their home. She recognized a man leaving the house, a man connected to a recent kidnapping. "Suspicious," she told Ava. Both girls followed quietly and overheard a chilling conversation between Femi, Bisola, and their accomplice, details of their latest victim. Terrified, they ran to Ava's best friend's parents, who wasted no time calling the police. That evening, Femi and Bisola were arrested in front of their neighbors. The news spread like wildfire. The beloved pastor was in handcuffs. In the end, greed consumed the very people who once claimed to walk in the light. And Ava, she would grow up remembering the day her parents' masks fell away. Be careful of those who appear holy, for even the devil knows how to dress like an angel.